Unit 3. Culture page. A.
The roots of hip-hop. Many people believe that hip-hop is just a style of music, but in fact, it's a whole culture, including MCing, rapping, DJing, breakdancing, graffiti, fashion, and language. But where did hip-hop begin? Cool nights in the city. The roots of hip-hop go back to Jamaican immigrants in New York City in the 1960s, and particularly to two teenagers, Clive and Cindy Campbell. Clive and Cindy grew up in New York City listening to the rhythms of funk and soul. This music was great for dancing, and people would often get together to dance at house and block parties. Every party needed a DJ, who chose and played popular songs, and an MC, who encouraged people to dance and entertain them between songs by telling jokes and inventing rhymes. Clive Campbell, better known as Herc because of his great strength, hoped to become a DJ. The party that became a legend. Hip-hop was invented at a party one Friday night in 1973. Cindy was the host and Herc was the DJ. Herc had noticed that when there was an instrumental break in a song, party guests danced like crazy. So he decided to make the breaks longer by playing the same section of drum beat over and over again. He also played two records at once and mixed the two rhythms together. The guests loved it. So many people came that they moved the party outside to Cedar Park. Herc and Cindy had helped invent a new kind of popular music. The Old School, 1970 to 1984. After his debut, Herc became Cool Herc, the most famous DJ of the era known as the Old School. He joined up with two MCs to become the team Cool Herc and the Herculoids. The early DJs also came up with techniques that many hip-hop and pop artists would use in the future, such as scratching. Scratching involves moving a vinyl record back and forth while it is playing. Meanwhile, MCs were turning their rhymes into spoken word poetry, or rap. DJ Africa Bambaataa gave the musical movement the name hip-hop after the nonsense words used by MCs to fill in rhymes. The Golden Age. In the 1980s, hip-hop became popular across the USA. Bands such as Public Enemy had hits with songs that protested against different issues. Many hip-hop artists today still rap about issues such as poverty and violence. On the west coast of the USA, hip-hop became known in cities like San Francisco. Hit rappers such as Ice-T and Dr. Dre developed their own style and helped make the music popular across the country. Breakdancing began in New York City, where breakdancers were known as B-boys and B-girls. B-boys would entertain the crowds at block parties. The dances could be very competitive as two rivals tried to outdo each other on the floor. Hip-hop goes global. Now known in every country of the world, hip-hop has come a long way since the block parties where Clive and Cindy Campbell danced. But one thing hasn't changed. Fans still can't get enough of those beats and rhymes.